Hey, peoples. It's good to be back. Oh my gosh. Adepticon was amazing. Where is my friggin... Wow, my stream is being weird. I don't know what's going on. I think I have to reboot it. I can't check my sound. There we go. Okay, the sound is off. It's being strange, that's all. Hi, guys. Hello, Painterly Git. Hello, Baldy. Hello, Spark Goblin. Good, you came in because I think I'm going to start the stream since 2 o'clock is my normal show and tell time. I think I'm going to start with show and tell. Also, I think yeah, as long as it's quiet. I have a lot to show and tell about today, too. You're not the street, well, that is weird. I don't know. That's bizarre. Okay, so I have lots to show and tell about. Of course, you guys. I'm gonna start with this, and then I have a bag of loot from Adepticon. I'm going to show off. I have never spent so much money. I'm wearing a couple of it too. Oh, I didn't buy this t-shirt. I got this at the Warhammer preview because I went and I had Team Green all the way, and on the back said there's only WOG or something like that. And then I got one of the really awesome comfy sweatshirts. So everyone had them. They actually sold out, and I was like, I have to get one. They're nice and warm, and oh my gosh, I love this so much. All right, so when was the last? Oh my god, when was the last time I streamed? I need glasses. I need reading glasses. I think I streamed Didn't I stream? Yeah, I streamed 2 weeks ago. What the frick? Why have I got... So, when was 2 weeks ago? Where's my phone? Oh, my phone's in my pocket. So, when was 2 weeks ago? If I'm wrong, we did... Okay, you're right. Technically, my last stream was at Adepticon on the Peyton Pass. I was on Hangar Bay Hobbies stream. Some people picked up on it. And I saw Shanur there, who Sally's not here today because, well, not Sally, he's doing Easter stuff. When was the last time I streamed on this channel? So last weekend. Frick off. I don't know why, my thing keeps telling me that it loses my password. It's like, I do it all the time. I think it was the 21st. I need to know where I need to go back to this. I don't even remember those. So, Adepticon was just friggin' amazing. Maybe it wasn't the 21st because these don't look familiar. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on the 21st. There's lots of repeats and such. Or I'll do it on the 20th. Alright. It's a pain to get. Well, oh my god. You were around for that, right? When basically, who was it? She just actually followed me too. She should be on here. It's Katie Woohoo called Tony a whore because he was selling his wood to everyone. And I did. I bought 3 plinths from him. Green is the best. And this actually is the upcoming 11th edition, and it's Armageddon, right? Armageddon. So there was, in the preview we pick a side. Obviously I was going to go Team Green. I mean, there's no doubt I was going to go Orcs. But they also had the Imperium, or Blood Angels, because they were red shirts. And on the back of those it said there is only war. And on the ones went there was only WOG. And you sat in the room, it divided up the room, based on Imperium or Orcs. You know, the right side as you're facing the stage were the Orcs, and the left side was the Imperium. And one of the people I get to meet at Adepticon was actually, he was on the wrong side though. He was repping the Imperium. Was Adam? I believe you say his last name is Troy, who is the presenter of one of the presenters. I didn't see Eddie, but I met Adam, went up and said hello and got a selfie. I got a lot of selfies. I gotta post them on Instagram at some point. Orcs is always the right side for sure. Although they try to refute our damn theory that the reason why old Baelai is coming back is because the Orcs wanted him back. Alright, let's see. I gotta remember how to do this. Display. Alright, so... Actually, this line's probably the last place, but I'm gonna do this, so... None of us, Sally, who went to the Golden Demon, walked away with anything, but it's stupidly hard. Like, the rubric is really high, and I don't paint to the right style, but it's something I'm willing to try, so... I actually thought Nerdy Tokyo's piece, and this was a work in progress, was just really good. I thought it was a great... And they put it in duels. They actually took it out of diorama and put it in duels. So... we're gonna kind of quickly... So Cyrus... yeah, he's been painting some Warhammer goodness. Those are coming out good. Like them. Definitely like them. I can't actually wait to see they're done. I know Night Whisper has a finished picture. Quick head change. I made Starfleet Alien, add a gun or grenade belt. Ah, yes. Smart Goblin, the king. Around here, at least, of kit bashing. So. And then Shanur is doing the, Red Dwarf crew. I'm so lucky he got these models, and I believe he posted the source in Temptation Island. And this is Lister. And I cannot believe he's trying this. You know, oh, stop! No disappointment and shame, okay? I didn't get shit. In fact, I went to 3 competitions and get shit. It's okay. I learned from it and I entered. That's, you know, I'm happy. Actually, from what I heard, well, I can't say anything. I mean, it did not get, I don't know actually if they're officially doing this anymore, if they're actually yoinking pieces out of the display case. Like they used to, but mine at least made it into the display case. But I also wasn't, like, stupidly full either. I know, like, the competition was... The rubric is really high, and they have a look. You have to actually paint to what they want for a style. And that's the hard part. So it's got to be very consistent, very clean, very technical. Good color scheme. That was my take on what they're looking for. I did snap some pictures of some of the pin winners, so... But compared to how many entries, I feel like there wasn't a lot of pin winners. Okay, so... That's Wilma. Actually, it definitely is Wilma. It's a great start on that. I didn't realize Lister had a thing of, Wilma Flintstone on the back of a jacket, but he does. That's really cool. Alright, as I said, we get the final piece. We get the final piece on Night Whispers. I'm pretty sure. And then another couple Lister. Actually, it's not a ton of work in progress stuff. Guys, what are you doing? You not working on anything? Smart Goblin always comes through. Okay, so this was... So we did the paint and pass. Night Whisper, Gel Tip, and myself all did the paint and pass, which is basically a charity painting thing where we all work in a collective project. It used to be that you would have one mini and you pass amongst a number of people. My mini actually was passed to another painter, and it's a 14-year-old gentleman named, it was Henry. who for a 14-year-old. Oh my god, he's already so invested. He's the future of this hobby. He's so invested in it, and his use of colors were just incredible. I just don't know how he does it. But I don't think I got a work in progress. I can actually post my. I think I got to finish one of mine and Henry's work. So, but his came out. The Night Whispers came out really good. I don't remember. Oh, I remember which one Gel Tip worked on. I don't know if he's getting pictures of it, but hey, I did. We're going to be talking a lot about that, and I have my next project in mind, and it's related to something I got there. We're going to have a big unbagging today, and right now I'm doing the show and tell first because normally 2 o'clock is when I do show and tell, so why bother to change that? I like the fact he actually put the little lines in there. Night Whisper will not be around because I believe he's coming home from Disney World today. Oh, he might be in Anime Boston. Actually, I think he came back this morning. He's went to Anime Boston. Works in a custom Pathfinder 2 minis for the rest of the pre-gens and not yet. Oh, okay. Why are you being weird? There we go. I don't know which ones are not out. I know Smart Goblin was around, so he could enlighten us which iconics these are. But if not... Hi, Cyrus! Hey! Oh, right! Oh, it's right! Wait a minute! I gotta do some... Sorry. I'm behind on redemptions here. We have... Sorry, where is it, Pain We Get? I saw it. Alright, you had... Alright, so Pain We Get, you had a... Okay, so hydrate. And I gotta go grab my water glass. I'm really late because I said I ended up getting dragged out to lunch today by my best friend. I go and now visit in the morning, so before my stream, and I hadn't seen him in a couple weeks and wanted to talk to him all about Adepticon. I'm trying to get him to go someday, but life is a little up in the air, so we don't know. I'd like to go next year. I don't know who's planning on going next year, but I want to go next year. I just need someone to room with if it can't be him. I'll be right back though. I'm gonna go get a water glass so I can do Pain Away Gets Redemption. I'm not even gonna shut it off. I'm leaving it on. I can shut my door too. Our tap water, thankfully, is pretty good around here, so... Alright, so, cheers. Here's some water. And... I'll drink a little more. Alright, so you have Exemplar, Exemplar. So this is the Exemplar. Kineticist, Guardian, Inventor, Commander, Animist, and Gunslinger in that order. So this must be the Exemplar. Let me get a shot. Oh lord. I did have actually food, so now I probably will not die doing this. Or get drunk after one shot. I know, because I don't have I have the display on. Oh, a Night Whisper who's in Disney World. He actually DM'd me from the Pirate Tavern. I believe it's a Pirates of the Caribbean. I mean, it's at Magic Kingdom. There's a $42 drink. And it includes Black Kraken rum. Is that what this is? Yes. It's this very rum. And it includes a bunch of other stuff. Sounds friggin' amazing. And it comes in a pirate skull glass thing that you keep. A lot of that costs, it's $18 for refills, so that's what the drink is. They limit you apparently to 2 drinks because they're really strong. Alright, so the Exemplar. Alright, cheers. Cheers to a fabulous Adepticon. I want to go back. All right. So, Valfera, hello, hello. Welcome to the tavern. Welcome to Tavern, everybody. It's good to see you. And I said, it's good to be back. Oh no. Gel Tiff stretches and throws back the covers out to sleeps on Monday. I wish I had that luxury. I've been exhausted all week. And we came back driving Sunday afternoon. We left about 3 Central Time and drove all night and got back here about 11:40 our time. Oh, cool. All right. You know what? I'm going to go to the finished. That's where we want to see. Animist. All right. All right. Crimson. Oh, I got to get a hold of Crimson. I actually have something for him. How many writs in that bag of stuff? Those are cool. I wonder what they're from. Alright, not a lot. Wow, that's not a lot in the thing. In the thing. What else? Let's see if there's anything else. Yeah, I think I saw those. I know, okay. So, let's go to finished. Actually, no, lie. Let's go to 3D printing. I know I saw the rises. Okay. So, we have from Simply Make Toys. We have a little school bus. But let's see. This school bus runs on balloon air. Basically, they hook it up to a balloon. Or actually a balloon pump. But they hook it up to an actual balloon and let the air out. Alright, so here's the... What's left? Yeah, it lands off a balloon. That's so awesome! It's just amazing, the stuff that Simply Make does. Just absolutely awesome. So, 3D miniature rickshaw runs balloon. That's another balloon powered one. He's gone different lines. Alright, I will make sure. Yeah, we're going to finish after this. I do 3D printing first, but I, for some reason, didn't. Self-designed miniature Steffens' rocket inspired model 3D printed parts runs in balloon air. That's so awesome. That is just... Sci-fi make for a miniature penny farthing balloon powered bicycle. That's cool. I actually really like that. Been busy. Design 3D print similar miniature JCB machine runs on balloon. Yeah, all these things run on balloon air. I like the cleanness of it all. Just the black and white. Really love it. Hello, John the Templar. Oh my god, does it... Cyanus, you're lagging behind there, sir. You need to post some 3D printed stuff. Alright, now. I'm gonna figure out where I actually left off, because this is the important part. Because I do believe it was further back than I expected. Maybe it was a 7. Ooh. I do remember Mario. And I do remember that. Okay. So, Baldy. Baldy painted a trophy. For his spell, there was a chance for a weird person, a character, but in a funny way. Then it's... I do not know how to pronounce Dutch. Thistle trophy. I think. I would love to get this as a trophy. By the way more attractive than a golden demon right there. Oh, okay, that's fair. Well, I hope she finds something. Well, I said, I don't know if she's looking. I know she was doing school, I think. And then Little Gundam from Crimson. That's actually really cool. Well, I'm sorry to actually hear that. And I said, hopefully she can find something. I know it's a struggle these days. Was it really? This is because I sing in choir and have to sing languages from all over, so. Oh, this is really good. I love the green spots against that dark background. It looks nice. I think I knew that. I think you posted it on your Facebook somewhere, and I think I saw that. Well, congratulations. What are you going to be doing? Oh, this is the Tarask. Yeah, I remember. This is the Tarask. That came out really good. I like the colors on it. It's nice and clean. So see, it's said. I know it's not easy. I know a lot of people are out right now, and it's. You know, I'm crossing my fingers for all of them. So. That's great. That came out really good, Smart Goblin. I need to paint that. Pure points of Pathfinder. Okay, so this begs the question. Why do you have a blue one? Fixing medical equipment that especially looks for cancer cells. You know, it's funny. I wonder if it's one of our clients. We do a lot of mid-tech stuff, so. Some 3D printed scar. Okay, so what's the blue one represent? I mean, hero points are usually just hero points. That's really cool hero points, though. You get up to 3. Well, that's divided by 15. So by 3, it's 15. So you can have 5 players. But I do find it interesting you got the blue one in there. For the extra table hero point from a campaign. Oh, okay, cool. And then Connor Kent supervised by a paint job. Yep. Ha! Little dragon symbol instead of the S. That's cool. Cockatrice, fuck that thing. Not the paint job, the monster. Those monsters scare me. Anything that'll paralyze you or petrify you scares me. I like the colors, love the colors on this. Good enough for government work, Damon Fuge, and in image of fire. I can't say that. Definitely good enough for tabletop. I think you did a really good job on these. It's the time of the day I'm yawning again. Good job, Sarah. This came out really nice. Well, you've only got 2 descriptions, and there's 3. There's 3 things on there. Oh, I know this. You add some glasses to her. It's like the Doxy. One of the Doxies from Bones 5. I dig the red hair. This is a very interesting take on her. I like the glasses. So you got the 3 Doxies. I've got 2 of the 3. I gotta do the work. Shady ladies. From Rathmer, Bobby G. Yeah, it's great. He calls Bobby G too. I call him, yeah, Bobby G is in the house. Wow. You did a really good job on this. The details are all really nicely painted. It is really good. He's got a very interesting style, and it really stands out. I think at some point I need to add this as to something I need to paint. It's one of those ones that I feel like a lot of people do. I also need to paint Lionel Johnson. I don't want to do that for Golden Demon. I now have some tips for Golden Demon on how to, you know, what to look for, what I looked for entering. That came out good. So it's that time of the day. Tiefling Gunslinger, Gnome is ready for adventure. There's your Tiefling. Look at, I love, God, he's got so many fiddly bits on him. Here's a rule, Golden Demon, do not pick a thing with a million fiddly bits. You're going to try to paint stuff for Adepticon, but you're not going next year. You're going to ReaperCon next year, right? We should go next year. Because I want to go back to Adepticon next year. That's really good. Oh, Lucid! He's so awesome. Right, you're not going back for 2 years. I said, I learned a lot about what they look for in the Golden Demons. Like, I mean, you get to see the pictures, but you only see the best ones, and you don't see all the pin winners. And you only see the best ones, and it's a photograph. So seeing them actually up close and personal gave me a better idea. Now, as whether I can translate my style into that, I just don't know. I really like the wizard. I love the wizard's beard. I love the little scar on her nose. That came out nice too. Oh, so those are all the iconics. I have a goal. Would love to actually paint more of the iconics. I have a lot of them. And I would like to get more done than I have. I have some, but I don't have them all. I think this is a lot cleaner, I think, than mine. Just something in the... It's just... I go too bright on my highlights. One thing I've discovered, and I look at those, they don't go to white on the even the shiny highlights. The armors are not done like non-metal metallics exactly. I mean, they kind of are, but they're not shiny no-metal. And I went to white on my... I think one of the things that was hard about doing a Space Wolf is the fact the colors started out so light, so I couldn't get a good range of color. But I think I need to be cleaner. Demon Prince with the rings straight up Magnus who did nothing wrong in my next battle. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Cyrus. Hooper and the Turtle Monk. Oh, the Turtle Monk's done. Oh. Alright, I'm going to ask, because I really honestly know. Did you paint the beard? Because it looks like gray plastic. It looks like you got some gray. Now, maybe the color gray is the right color. But I love it. I love the color. Like, I love the blue with the orange on top of it. That looks really cool. I like the... This is actually kind of what I want to do with my colors. I like the yellow on top of the green. I actually took a painting class on mixing colors and such, and now I've got new ways to lighten things. Yeah, colors are really solid on the turtle. You did paint the beard. It's just the funny thing is, the way it photographed, it looks like the gray plastic. But, this gives you some nice contrast, too. Yeah, I really like the colors on this. You could have bumped the highlights up in the tree a little bit more. But, I just, that's nitpicky. You could probably bump up the highlight. Well, I don't know. It said it's, I don't know if that's the light shining off of the thing or that's, I think it's probably painted. That's cool. My Psychophage, Miss Cleo. Oh my god, Miss Cleo is ready for battle. Great color choices there. Okay, they are high-attached. When you said you painted, I figured it might be. You could use shiny paint and get the same result. It's so weird because it's messing with mine. It looks like gray plastic. That's sweet, though. Are we doing Emperor's Children, Cyanus? I tried sponge technique on. Ooh, cool. Really like this tech. I like the gradation from the pink to more purple. The dusty purple. The sister's tank. Who here saw the preview? Yeah, sorry, Night Whisperer. And none of us got a pin that says we doesn't suck. But honestly, this does not suck. Now with him, he figures that maybe one of the things that I said what you probably would have had to do is you would have gone into every individual scale and highlight it rather than, but you have to do it as a unit too. So like have a gradation at every single scale. The things I think that are really exceptional on this piece is the OSL. I think I told him he had to lighten, and I think he did lighten the stuff. Lighten it where the lightning was hitting the water. But I think this is actually a really good piece. Probably because he put shiny gloss on it. That might have actually tanked his chances. They don't want shiny. But it photographs well, so I don't know. I thought this was a great piece. So. Alright, so we have the exemplar. Which looks like he took it from Moana. With the tattoos. Actually, oh, it's fun. So the Pathfinder one looks like, he looks like the character from Moana. Can you smell what the Maui? Yeah. It looks just like that. But I assume this is the Pathfinder character. Iconic. Also, I have to say, I love the Pathfinder art. I really do. So here's... Sorry, so... I'm gonna go find it. Let's see... Okay, so this, oh yeah, kineticist. The mini itself doesn't... It kind of looks like it, but the hair looks different. You got the colors pretty dead on. I mean, maybe go a little lighter on the flames, but... But it looks good. Also, it could be the camera. You actually put the little symbols there. I like the fact you did the tattoos and some of the freehanding and such. Oh, I remember. The Kinesis used to have a hockey stick. Now they got a teddy bear. Or maybe it's a stuffed monkey. I think it looks like a monkey, actually. Alright, so we have, after that was the Guardian. And you did build the robot. Nice, you gave him a claw hand, like a mechanical claw. A very good proxy for that for the miniature. Hopefully they come out with one. Really cool. Alright, so blister is done. It's got some patches and stuff you put on the coat. With Wilma on the back. Wilma came out really good. Small mini, maybe might overwhelm with too many things. Okay, gunslinger proxy. That's a gun. Oh my god, that's a gun. That's a friggin' can. That's, to me, would be a hand cannon. That's a really good proxy of that. Oh, well, you found a big freaking huge gun, but that gun is perfect. Pirate with harpoon. Oh, I know this mini. I've painted this mini. Actually, really good job. I love the face. Sorry. I'm gonna switch back. Love the face. Love the eyes. He looks so fierce. Iconic animist or companion proxies. Okay. Creepy. Oh my gosh, for companion, that looks really, wow. That's pretty good. I mean, you need like the branches of trees, but otherwise, I think the color's spot on, and I think it's really close. Alright, so this was Nerdy Tokyo's entry into the Golden Demon. I think he did a really amazing job painting the little guy. I think it's a gnome. And I mean, I think this thing is a great diorama. It's funny. It's got a story to it. I actually love things that weren't necessarily painted. I love the way he did the dirt and the mud, and that came out really awesome. Calm down stuff. Oh, it's an owl bear. That's what it was. The little stuffed critter was an owl bear. I get white base. Dungeon slime after I agreed to gloss over the wings and tail. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense. Dungeon slime is a great color. I think Nerdy Tokyo did a really good job painting this too. Especially the gnome. Oh, is that it? Is that really it? Oh, you made the stop. How to sculpt the hair shoes ball. Okay, yeah. It's like the thing actually has, a few pieces that are that would be really hard to sculpt. I gotta change this, right? I'll have to change when I'm painting. Well, there's some really cool stuff in here. Alright, so. Alright. So. That's that show and tell. Oh, I've got 12 people. Cool. Alright, so. Now let's go to the other show and tell. All the stuff I bought. I have never spent so much money at a con as I did. And this is not all stuff I spent either. There's like stuff in here that was given to me or I got from stuff. Although I'm going to pull this out because that is not... I got a couple gifts. So, I knew I was in trouble when I spent $140 at the Warhammer store. Before the vendor room had even opened. In fact, I spent almost $300 before the vendor room even opened. Because I also bought some plinths. But we'll get to that. Alright, so, I'm just gonna grab random stuff. So, the first thing is I got myself... You know what? I could do this. We could do one camera. There we go. I got the Red Gobbo. Everybody knows I love the Red Gobbo. And if anyone really find this, I could order them. Hey, what's up? Alright, so I'll tell you how much I spent. I still have money in the bank, which is good. I spent $750 was the estimate. That did not include food. That did not include anything else. That was just in the vendor room. So this was, I found him the very first night. He'll be a Christmas decoration, obviously. I don't know where I'm going to put stuff. All right. I was gifted a t-shirt. So there's a painter out there called In the Grim, it says Old Grumpy World Grim Bright Mini Painting. And on the back of this shirt, it says, I love this. In the grim bright future, there is only pigment. I was like, that is such a cool shirt. And they said, do you want one? And I'm like, cool, I'll take one. And I have too many t-shirts as it is. Of course, I'm wearing my Armageddon from the Warhammer preview shirt and my wrong side. And my Adepticon. It's also got that design on the back. But my snazzy Adepticon sweatshirt. I love this thing. Oh, look, it says unboxing. I'm bagging. Close enough. I have so much shit. Where am I? I hope he put them in here. Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, also, I talked about it in this blue. I have blue tack on these. But, I got 3 plinths. 3 ebony plinths from Hangar Bay Hobbies, who ran the Paint and Pass, and we'll get to that. Oh, totally friggin' worth that $750, but so I threw my contest entries on these. After talking with Joe Tip, he's like, you really should do it, because I wasn't gonna plinth anything. And then I did, and I spent $120, and he gave me a $30 discount. All right. Okay. I got a bag of minis. This came from Impact Miniatures. It is Impact. Some of the best wood I definitely have ever gotten. Right here. The best wood. Actually, I really like this one. This one has a little... actually, I put so that this went down the front, and it kind of led up to his, the beard. So I had some cool stuff from Impact Miniatures. So let's see if I can build it right. So I got a gazebo. This is not only, this is not just your ordinary gazebo. It goes like this. No. I'll have to figure out how to put together. He said you can magnetize these. Oh, this is gonna be hard to hold together. Well, I gotta put it together first. The back is open, but I guess I'd say you probably use it to play. Oh, I'm gonna have to glue it. So basically, it's a gazebo. All little pieces just snap right in. Yes, there's a roof. And no, it's not. I'm not gonna have it in there right. Just because. I think I've got it in wrong. Did I get it wrong? Why my pieces are not snapping in? Actually, the Phillies. I actually was putting this thing backwards and trying to figure out why it was not going in right. There's only one way this goes. So there is like a piece that goes on top of it. I know this is really bad because I don't have them glued. But basically, there's a piece that goes on. But here's the fun part. And why I bought it. Because this piece right in the front slides out. And it's really a mimic. So, It was really cool. And I bought it for my husband, actually. That was a gift. But I also bought... This is going to be hard to see. But basically, they do have some Warhammer rip-offs. Yeah, I'm not really sure. I'll do this, but yeah, you're not going to see it. It's too... I'll just tell you right now. It's basically a... It's an orc riding on a squig. So, had to get that. I'm going to put these back in the bag because I don't want to lose anything. And then, in this little baggie, well, I'll give you a clue. I'll take out... The roof needs to go back to. I will take out... Once again, they're in the clear press except for one piece. This little guy right here. And if you look, it is the Derpy Cat from K-Pop Demon Hunters. And that set has the girls in it too. Oh, you can see these a little better. They all came with bases and everything. They put in some... These are really cool. The only way I could actually... There's no way. Yeah, it's just... These are really hard to pick up. But basically... I have the 3 girls. So these are the 2. So I only could get it as a set. I couldn't get Derpy Cat by itself because it sold out. So I finally saw K-Pop Demon Hunters and really enjoyed it. And I figure with where I do a couple of anime cons a year, it might be fun to actually paint those and bring them to the anime con. Alright, that was my order at Impact. They were very reasonably priced too. I know, I have decisions to make on what I'm going to paint today. Then, in this box, I went to Cuttlefish Colors, but they also sell minis. And I bought a couple. I bought a little diorama. I gotta find the bases for these. It's like, I can't remember, he's the giant thinker, giant academic or something like that. But basically, this goes on a base. It's really neat. He's got a little bag of books. And this was at the Cuttlefish Colors booth. I also got Catmaster, who sadly has not been streaming, but Catmaster was actually there at the register. He upsold me this merchant beholder. He's got like bling on him and such. For now, I'm just putting everything back where it came out. I'm gonna go throw it all back in the bag, and I will sort it at some point later. Alrighty. Now, I did not buy this, but Nerdy Tokyo gave it to me out of his... he got a swag bag and he didn't really want this. So, but I really like the War Machine stuff, so I got this awesome... This was the con promo. So, it's Major Abraham Stormcrow. There's a Warlock. Very cool. I'm gonna have to pay him. I actually do really like the new models for War Machine, especially whatever race that thing is. Alright, I'm putting them here. I also got a little for the Trevor project, the prizes. Now I was able to, since Dooku won everything because he friggin' donated so much money. But I have 2 Star Trek sets. Oh, Scotty, 2 different things. Scotty and Picard. We'll be giving this away for the Trevor project this year. I think these are cool. Especially if you really like Star Trek. And they have other characters. Like, it's not just Scotty. It's other characters. This is by Gale Force 9. So it's Scotty's team. I have to look and see who exactly it is. I see in Picard, it's got. I think it's got the Doctor. It's got. Wow, I'm like forgetting their names. I see Geordi. Maybe Data? Not positive on that. It's actually a really good set if you love Star Trek. The next gen. Let's see. Oh! I got myself a new painting handle because, well, I'm a sucker for anything that's purple. I'm gonna take this sucker out right now, actually. This is Audit Industries, and it's a miniature painting handle I got. Oh, it's got a magnet. Nifty, nifty. So it's got a little magnet. You read me? It's actually. Ooh, it's got all sorts of. Ooh. So there's actually a magnet in the base. I wonder if I. Basically, I wonder if I can stick this down to something. Oh, they interchange. Well, that does. Okay, that's interesting. That actually will stick to the top. I haven't played with this yet. There's the 3M. Wonder how this works. Oh, I see. I think this is so you can stick it. Nope, I don't know how this works. I'll have to figure it out. I'm pretty sure it's so you can stick it to your desk. So it goes like that, and then this sticks to the guys. I'm a little confused. So it is a cool little handle that does actually come. Oh, there's another. Okay, so there's another magnet in here. I wonder. No, see, that doesn't go on the bottom. It's alright. I'm not really sure how this works. I might have to go look it up. They do actually have white tack to stick on the top, so you can stick your minis to it. But I got it because it was purple. Let's face it, it's purple. It also has a little... has a cork if you'd rather use cork. I see. The cork can go in this, and then this can go on top. Handy dandy. And then I think what you do is you put this on the bottom, and then this can stick to your desk. There's a larger one too, and I'm not sure what that's for. So you can work on 2 projects at once. I'm going to keep that out. Well, maybe I'll leave the stuff in the box, the smaller things in the box. I'm going to use that. What else have I got in this bag? I didn't even know what I got in this bag. Alright, so from Goblin Hobbies, which is also known as Supertown Hobbies, I got a little sprue of goblins, because I need more minis. But, basically he was using this for his demo on how his stamps work. Goblin Hobbies does nail stamps. Basically, they've been converted to being able to, like, put stamps on shields. They have so many different icons and things that you can use. Heraldry, all sorts of heraldry, both Warhammer or not. Really, really cool. I have to hand it to them for the concept. Taking that concept and running with it. Alright, so I did get this is the Con Mini Sister Rosegrave. Let's see if I can do this. So it's upside down. So basically I got that Con special. I got a little, this came from Doocool. It's a bird. I mean, it's really a raven. I'm not sure what it is. It's cool though. It came from Japan. I have not opened it yet. It's something that can sit on my desk. really is an unboxing. Oh! This thing's got... So, I know, I'm like pulling down. So this has got a little... So it's a little bird that goes in there. Well, how do I get it back in there? There we go. So it came like this. I don't know, is it something fun I think he found in a machine? And thought it'd be fun to give it to us. Well, you didn't, so I didn't. I'm so sorry. I didn't know. I would have bought it. Shoot. I would have picked you up one. Damn it. Hey, Big Hairy Jam. It's the Sister Rosegrave. The Reaper Con specialty. Yeah, they will. The con specialties are good. Are actually the con special minis for Reaper and the paints are for all the cons this year. So yes, you can. I also got the Bombshell one. Nope, that's not it. I actually got the Adepticon one. So I got the Bombshell one, which actually kind of reminds me of that. It's a lady with a gun. She's got a sword though. It's Lucinda Vale 2026 convention miniature. So you probably can get this too at ReaperCon. And then I got one. I got the Adepticon mini too. For some reason I didn't order it. I'm not even sure what it is. Oh, I think it's the skull head. Got tentacles. It's all mechanical. I got this from the Metal Charity Painters. Other than the paint and pass where I helped them out. Actually, that was the paint and pass. The beneficiaries was the Metal Charity Painters. But they were also selling minis. And it's this really awesome. I've seen Pun Expect to actually paint this one. And I really like it, so I wanted one for myself. Because, you know, I need more minis. I got a pin from Warhammer because I collect pins. It's an Age of Sigmar one. It's a claw, and I believe that's Warpstone. I got... Oh, this was from the Hangry Games. I got a die from the Hangry Games. The Hangry Games, basically, they take all, like, the icons from fast food restaurants, and they use them as the antagonists. I also got a set of pink dice. Those were official con dice. And... Oh, I got the goblin, so here's the little stamp, by the way. Oh, let's see if I can do this. So you can see how clean and nice that is. So that's from the Goblin Hobby stamp set. It's actually very easy to do. And that whole thing is goblins. And then, are these my stickers? Yep, these are a bunch of stickers. I think I have more than that. But I have stickers. I have some business cards in here. Let's see, I'm going to put the business cards back in here. These are mostly the Goblin Hobbies. I'm going to stick them on something. I don't know what. I've got so many stickers. I said this was not a con. This was a sticker exchange. I actually managed to get rid of a lot of my stickers. Yeah, but somebody going to ReaperCon can pick them up one, because I'm pretty sure that is the mini for the whole year. So I don't think you have to sacrifice it. Alright, that's that bag of stuff. What do you get for 750 bucks? And these aren't all just 750 bucks. Some of these were gifted. Like, okay, so I was gifted a Warhammer keychain from Ducal, from Japan. I got these. I think these are new. These are Viejo True Metal Metallic paints. I went with just the silver because I want to try it, but they actually have an airbrush paint, and then they have a shade, a base, and a light. So that's really nifty. I also got from the Reaper booth, I got the Reaper Easter thing, which I need to actually probably open because it's got candy in it. But this came with 3 paints, an owl, hatching owlbear, and some candy. I know what this bag is. I wonder if it's the eggs. I got, speaking of convention, this is an expansion exclusive, MSP Triad. Rivet Steel, Salvager Red, and I have no idea what the third color is. But it's their convention Triad, and it's the 2.0s, of course. I tried the 2.0s, I will say. They are very good. I also got myself a roller. This is a little herringbone pattern roller from Green Stuff World. I thought I was going to get stuff from Green Stuff World, but I want to try one of the rollers. And then I got a bunch of paint. I got a couple of P3s. So I actually love these colors in P3 from the original set, so I wanted to try the new one. So I got Bootstrap Leather and Pig Iron. Great, great, great dark, 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 dark silver. Yeah, I'll get into that. Yeah, this is gonna be a lot. This stream is a lot of Adepticon unpacking and talking about Adepticon. But I wanted to try these, and so I bought a couple of those. And then I also got, this is Bear Cavalry. I'd never heard of them until this con. And Geltip was going on about their yellow, so I bought, the hell is this? This is the Battle of Yellow Tavern. Battle of Yellow Tavern. Huh. And stream, it's actually looking a little bit more yellow, but it's actually more gold. It's $6. Supposedly this is like the best yellow in existence. And then I bought a bunch of Reaper colors that I needed to replace. Unfortunately, I will not make it. I did get my Carbon Gray. Because my Carbon Gray is and I got Woodstain Brown and Lantern Yellow. For the most part, they were all replacements. I think I bought Carnage Red, which I don't own. But I just really like this color. I got Shadowed Stone. Probably needed more stone colors, actually. Moonstone Blue. Heather Blue, which actually have this, but for some reason the paint wasn't... I have little chunks in the paint, so I really like that color. And I got Candlelight Yellow. And I know both these colors I'm running out. And then in the Easter thing, it was LED Blue, Creamy Ivory, and I don't know what the third color is because it's hidden. So these are all just colors. No, that was on my desk. Alright, I'm running out of places to put things. Alright. Oh, I can put it back in. I also got, I don't have a separate bag. I got a couple more Game Envy sponges. I need them for my wet palette, so that was on my must list I had to buy. And one more bag of shit. We'll save that for next class. Okay, so I got a couple of the Warhammer specials. I really like this. I got First of the Faithful. It looked like an alien from Mars Attacks, so I really dug it. So I bought that one. And then I got a Rat Folk. I gave Gamer DJ the same one. Theckic Throatbite from Age of Sigmar. So I got a 40k in the Age of Sigmar, the commemoratives. Then I bought 3 minis from somebody who I've really admired for years. I bought 3 from Bad Squitter Games. I forget the booth they were in. But I bought, of course, Pirates. Anne Bonny and Mary Reed. These are actually pirates, real pirates. And then I bought the Matahari, because I just thought this was a really cool mini. I love her stuff. Look, there's the other bag of stickers. We got so many stickers. It wasn't even funny. Actually, I don't have tons of stuff in this bag. I have the bases for the... Oh yeah, and then I have a little... I didn't have my glasses when I did this. So I'm not really sure, but I actually did a paint and take mini. And it's a little demon from Reaper. And I will say this, their paints are really, really good. The 2.0s are really nice. Actually, really dig them. And I have a new suggestion for my paint take. You take cups, and you can use them as paint holders. In fact, the thing's still on there. I still got the sticky tag. And then when you're done, you can take and bring them home. I've been doing that. Okay. That's most of what I bought. That's not all, though. And then I have something that I did not buy that I say is really the coolest thing. It's friggin' amazing. So I'm going to put some of my stuff back in my bag. Okay, let's go with the two special things. I said I'm going to throw this back in the bag. Because one of these, I believe I'm going to work on. Because why not have to be one of the first in the block to own this? Okay. Now, the first special thing. I have two very special things. So, what you probably did not know if you watched the preview, the Warhammer preview, was we got a gift other than these t-shirts. We got a mini. Well, actually, we got two minis. These minis are the new 11th edition versions of a Space Marine, Imperium, and a Orc Boy. So now you can have shooty and stabby orcs. So here's the pieces. I think I'm going to put this together and work on it. That's my next thing. So these are the new, there's sort of a throwback as well as, so this is an intercessor. Very cool. Maybe I should do the intercessor. So this is the intercessor. And so this is the Orc Boy. And you can be shooty and stabby at the same time. You used to have to pick one or the other. You have guns on the mini or not. But yet these have never before released. Except for at Adepticon to those who showed up to the preview. And then... Okay, so here's the other one. This is the most special of special. So, as you probably all know, I'm a fan and friend... Can't believe I'm saying that, of James Wapple, who is one of the, to me, best painters in existence. And he painted a whole series, if you follow him, he painted a whole series of Lord of the Rings gummy bears. And I sat there the whole con, just friggin' look at those things, as well as this whole table of stuff. So... I have Arwen. I wanted Aragorn. Like the King Aragorn, but somebody bought him before me, and I'm like, Arwen was my second choice. And so I bought Arwen. And she is just, let's see, come on, focus. I wonder if I need to kill my light here. At least turn down. She is just friggin' beautiful. I mean, look at this. And it's a gummy bear, basically. He did a whole series, all Lord of the Rings characters. Most of them sold. They were... Come on, focus in on me. Good. They were all... he did so many of them. And as I said, if I had the money, I would have been over $800. Because I would have loved to bought them as a set. But I just love this. So she'll sit on my desk, I think. He designed this whole thing, by the way. He sculpted it. And we had such a good time together. Alright, so she's just going to sit right on my desk. So that is what I spent $750 on. What the hell did I do? But, oh, no, actually, there's one more thing I bought. I forgot because it's not in the bag. I actually put it with my brushes. I bought some new brushes. Because, okay, let's face it, my brushes, some of my brushes were starting to, well, get a little long in the tooth. So I bought myself. Keep them in here. Hey, Reaper Minis. Like I'm pimping you. Okay. Also, uh-oh. What did I ran into my bag. Get off of there. And I just dropped a cap. It's really annoying because this cap keeps falling off the brush. And I want to keep the brush caps because it protects the tips. Alright. So I also got this, so actually I'm going to replace the copper in my wet palette. I got a brand new, this is what it keeps falling off. I got a brand new Artist Opus Zero. So really, I got one with a long tip. I also bought a rosemary. As it said, they actually order enough at the Michigan Toy Soldier, they can actually have their name put on there. But this is a Rosemary and Company brush. I've never actually tried them and I wanted to try one. And I also got myself a new tiny dry brush. I really like these. And I won a synthetic phalanx from Game Envy at my painting class. Now that is everything I spent. 750, and there was more that I brought home from Adepticon. So, wow, I only did that in an hour and 16 minutes. Oh wait, I need these. Actually, I might not need these. Alright, so I had a fabulous time. We'll talk a little about my experience. I had such a good time. I get to meet so many people that we see on streams and whatnot. God, there's such a list. I said, Hangar Bay Hobbies. Or, is Gel Tip still there? What was he? Very Good Wood. And before that, he was You Got Me Monologuing. And he was just the sweetest, kindest. Oh, he was so cool. And then, of course, I got to see Brush for Hire. I got to see, oh, Lord. There's so many. Nerd Holla. Where's my phone? I've got the pictures. I have selling pictures on here. They're not on. I'm going to put them on Insta and try to tag people. Alright. Stop doing that. Alright, where's my photos? Let's see. We can go through photos and I can tell you who I met. Based on the photos. And I've got more, actually. Actually, I could just do this. I could just show you on my thing. Alright, so... so I'll start. Let's see if we can do this. Oh, we can't! Alright, so, I met up with friends from Nova, who are no longer with Nova. They were all working in the, Monument Hobbies booth. So, there's, Tim and Rebecca, who used to be my hobby hangout buddies. I was so happy to see them there, and Mike Sibilia, and the one I didn't see Dan Osborne, even though he was there. But he was the one who used to do the teachers, and they were all people who basically recruited me, or I hung out with, or I'm friends with all of them. And it was so good. I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad I came to Adepticon because I got to see them all. When I wasn't gonna, because I'm not going to Nova, and neither are any of them, so, you know, I wouldn't be able to see them. I met, let's see, who else? I met Falling Freely. I hung out with Monster Den Ed. He's just such a... I love Monster Den Ed. We had a little memorial, by the way, for Black Skull. We actually went to a nearby bar, Irish bar, and we actually had a little memorial thing. Yeah, I was on that stream too, actually. I don't know, apparently it probably disappeared. But I was on Monster Den's thing when we said we had a little memorial for Black Skull. Where we all get to talk about him and such on the stream. It was really sweet. It was very nice, and I miss that guy a lot. Most of my pictures are of the Army Showcase. So yeah, Brush for Hire, Knitted Hala, James Wapple, of course, Tony from Hangar Bay Hobbies, Carla Curley, who's from Reaper. She actually was working at the Reaper booth. I also got to hang out, talk to Ann Forrester and David Diamondstone, who's her husband, and Reaper John, and actually Brother Dave. Dave, who is one of the owners. It was Dave and Ed, who were brothers that owned it. Now it's just Dave. I also got to see Walter's workshop. There was a lot of people. I'm sadly not going to remember them all. And I didn't get as many selfies. Actually, I met Marco Frazzoni, who is just an Italian painter on Twitch, and I think he came in second. He got a silver golden demon. His shit's amazing. But I met somebody who's relatively famous. I got to meet and chat with Adam, I believe its last name is Troik. He is the Warhammer presenter for all those wonderful previews. I never got to see Eddie, but they were both there because they did the preview right live at Adepticon. And I met Duncan Rhodes of Two Thin Coats and Games Workshop fame, and he was really, really sweet. Everybody I met was so nice. Of course, Patrick Keith, who does Bombshell Minis. We connected at ReaperCon, and it was great to catch up with him. As I said, Catmaster, who used to stream, but things have just not been in the cards from the stream. It was just absolutely, it was just an amazing experience. I got to actually, one of the times I was on the Paint and Pass stream, I was on with Falling Freely, so she was just a lot of fun to hang out with. Most of my pictures are of the Army Showcase, which was incredible. It was just so freaking good. I'm trying to think if there's anything else on this thing I should note. But the Warhammer preview was amazing. So many good things coming out. Armageddon is going to be orcs and Space Marines. And I'm an orc. I love orcs. So, I'm going to want this box set. I also want the orc on I call it an orc on a bike. There's a brand new orc on a bike. I love it. Give me all the greens any day. I don't know if you guys saw it all, but I think one of the most fun things was in Age of Sigmar, they have the cog forts, which are these huge, walking turrets that have got cannons and such on the. You can build it a couple different ways, and they can be played in any army. And I was like, then I could put a bunch of Gloomspite Gits on it and have them basically hijack one. And I think it would be so much fun. I think that was a very smart idea that they kept it so that any army could use it. What else happened? I took a painting class that was really good, very useful. I got some new ways to mix colors, like to lighten colors and darken colors that I didn't really think of. I know to add white, but white desaturates. So if you want to keep your colors more vibrant, stay tuned, because I'll probably do some of that. But the funny thing is, there's no hard, fast rule. It depends on the color. That was the interesting part. Like blues, you still just add white because the hue is strong enough that it doesn't really desaturate. Red, you gotta obviously be careful. We all know the story with reds. And most of the others, you just go with the lighter color on the color wheel to lighten and the darker one to darken. There's 3 ways to darken. I learned so much, and I'm hoping it'll make a difference, like in my color. I want to actually really work on colors and doing interesting things with them. What else did I do there? I talked about the preview. I talked about Black Skull. I talked about the class. I did a lot of shopping, as you saw. It was an amazing, probably one of the most amazing vendor spaces I've ever seen. I think it was about 130 vendors. Meaning I could have spent a lot more. Like, I restrained myself. I was like, I realized it was going so expensive. I was like, all right, I cannot spend that much money. So I killed it right where I did. But there were busts I wanted to buy. There was more paints I wanted to buy. There was, oh Lord, I wanted to get one of those cases. There was a really, one of those cases that has the open front and it's about this big, and I wanted one of those cases, but it was $111. And I'm like, I just can't do it. And that was not going to be $130 the rest of the con. They actually did cheaper early. And I'm like, I just can't do it. What else happened? Oh, God. Oh my God, it's Monster Dev Minis. I've been talking about you. First of all, it was an absolute pleasure hanging out with you at Adepticon. Wow, this is the coolest thing. I get people who pop in here that have not popped in here ever before. No, I had such a great time seeing you there. And, my gosh, you getting feedback from Parker Frazzoni. It was very nice of him to do that, too. I was talking about a little memorial for Black Skull. Oh gosh. I had the best time. I saw you quite a bit. I look, seriously. By the way, if you don't follow Monster Den Minis, let's shout them out. Actually, I probably have to do a few more shout outs. Alright. Alright, we also need DEFCON. I know. Well, you know what? Black Skull was there in spirit. There's no way he was not. He was with us. And I think he was with us at the bar too. I think he was. So I know we can't see him, but he's in our hearts. And forever will be. Thank you for the ribbons. That was just such a sweet touch. And I'm so glad to get one of those. I did end up putting another ribbon, but I made sure I didn't put it underneath. I put it on the side because somebody gave me one. I'm like, well, I'm going to put it on there. Yeah. Oh, cool. So, look, you'll all be able to get to see it. No. Adepticon was absolutely... I know, normally I'd be painting, but I just did my unbagging of all my stuff. Do you want to know how much I friggin' spent? I said it earlier to the people here. Do you want to know how much I friggin' spent at this con? I've never spent so much money in my life. Not even on the Reaper Kickstarters. This beat my Reaper Kickstarter totals. Those were like the highest that was $650. I spent $750 according to what my husband told us when we went over the expenses to figure out what I was shifting out of my savings account, my personal savings account of my overtime money. And I almost forget. I was like, well, glad I stopped when I did. I mentioned the paint and pass. We all worked on it. It was beautiful. Actually, that I'll bet I can find. I'm going to go find it. Instagram. Because somebody's got it on there. Oh, wait. I'm going to share this. I'm going to share this because this is really cool. Oh, I know what I hadn't talked about yet. I have not talked about our Saturday night activity. Oh, wait. I can't do it. I don't have a display thing. All right, hold on. I'm going to switch to this just so I can do this. Yeah, because my single camera doesn't have this. So while we were doing this, so this goes to that Saturday night. And, I'll have to go find a video of this. On Saturday night, Brush for Hire broke out These little electrodes you put on your muscles and it friggin' contracts your muscles. And then somebody would friggin' play with the controls of that while somebody else was painting. It was the most goddamn funny thing in existence. So while Nerd Holla was painting and trying to do that, James Wapple was painting this design on her arm. And she might get it tattooed. I was like, you know what? I would be the one time be tempted to get it tattooed. Would be that. Let's see if I can find it. I want to go to Ducal. I know he's got it on here somewhere. Ducal, where is your Adepticon shit? Huh. I know he had it. Maybe it was a story. No, I think it was a bunch of photos. Oh, I killed my friggin' music. Problem is my app isn't working for Pretzel Rocks. So I'm not sure what's going on. Yeah, I can't find it, unfortunately. I can't find it. That sucks. All right. Who's got the paint pass? Let's try. I don't know if he's still under. No, let's try Hanger. Oh, I can't find it. Damn it. Do you have any idea who's got the paint and pass pictures? You have to go to DEF CON with a budget or else you will literally pay for it. I mean, I know. Well, see, that's why I actually did start stopping. I did not actually keep buying. I did stop. I could have been actually even worse. There were, let's scroll through. Maybe it'll be on here somewhere. Because I get a lot of these. Look, it's a Monster Den Minis. Sparkhammer. I did not meet Sparkhammer. I met Jamie Daggers. I did not get a friggin' selfie with her. That's... Actually, I thought I did get a selfie with her. Why can't I find one? There's another Monster Den Minis. Hey, Monster Den, do you have the paint and pass stuff on there? I haven't posted my stuff yet. I like to see tea stuff. I think that's what I needed. I need brighter colors, even though I have very bright colors on my piece. Oh, I love Moonstone Minis. Oh, alright, so you're on... So it's on there somewhere. Alright, so I'm gonna go to you then. Alright, where is it? Where? Oh, there's Kermit. Okay, here it is. So this was our collective project. Now, I actually do have the Painted Hero Tavern logo-ish on the back, but you can see Gel Tip and Night Whisper on the front. Actually, just the way they're oriented. You can put it any way. And then we painted all these little guys, too. Here's mine. I think... Oh, mine, I think, is in the darkness. I think it's, like, right there. But this was our collective project, and the raffle tickets. They did raffle tickets. Somebody won it and took it home. I actually got them. We saw the person who did. And it was for the Mental Charity Painters, who was the beneficiaries of the raffle tickets. This thing was amazing, and it was so cool to be part of the collaboration. Well, I also painted these little panels purple. Because I had said I could have purple on there, other than on my logo. And when I see Monster Den's logo right there, you absolutely killed it on your logo. What's his name? Monty? Monty the Monster? But Gel Tip with his imp on that wood grain. And he also painted a wood grain. It's the one way back here. That was Gel Tips. And then right in front of that is that's Night Whispers. But he painted wood grain on here too, which just looks amazing. And that's a Night Whisper right there. It said, mine is Sally on the back. And there's Kermit. Somebody was posting, they said somebody had that put aside, and then Monster Den ended up with it. Because I was going to give it away to somebody else. The one behind it, that's the 14-year-old kid. Holy crap, Henry, he was amazing. But I love Kermit. Kermit came out so good. All right. I had Monty the Monster. I love Monty. Hanger Hobbies. Oh, okay. Let me see if I thank you, Jill. So let me see if I can find it before I switch back. I said I'm gonna post pictures of us all. So I did spell it wrong. Just like apparently he did. Okay, there we go. Hangar Bay Hobbies. I found it now. Alright. We got it. We got it now. So there's the whole thing. And I said, yeah, I think my little guy is right there in the darkness. I will post pictures of it. And then I'm on the back. Did you get it back? I missed that one. I think it was really cool someone painted things. There's Monty right there. Derpy hamster. Okay, yeah, so he went around and took the whole thing. So a lot of us put like our logos and such on it. Oh, I'm right there. You skipped me. I like the Kilroy's there. Oh, there it is. I'm right here. And I love this No One Stands Alone. There's a picture. Actually, go back to the other one. Whoops, that was not what I wanted to do. Curse Speed. Wait, there was a Curse Speed paint? Oh my god. Sorry. Wapples is right there. I love this smiley face. I love this skull, actually. There's so many good things on this. I figured maybe he had some better pictures. You see, that actually lights up. Yeah, I'm pretty sure mine is right there. And it's in the damn... It's either one of these two. And it's in the darkness. I think it's... Oh, I think it's that one right there. It's the small one. But, yeah, just see, Henry did this one. And that one. Henry did such a good job. Alright. There we go. We did a Muppet theme in 2 years. That was the Electro. Yeah, the Electro thing. Oh, I was going to try to find... You know who has one? Nerdy Tokyo has a video of the Electrode thing. Do we know anybody else who does? Nerdy Tokyo. Oh, I looked here and I didn't... Okay, no, there it is. I found it. I don't know why I had the other thing. So, Nerdy Tokyo. Got a video of this. I only got a picture. This is the vendor room. I mean, look at this. And they had Star Wars Shatterpoint one side. They have 40K on and Warhammer events on the other. Sorry, I'm going through your stuff. Here it is. So this was the video that he posted. You see the electrodes. Somebody was basically driving him at the time. This was Brush's idea, by the way. This was Brush's idea, by the way. He started this whole thing. I mean... So, I have a picture of Wapple using his hair. It was the funniest friggin'... It definitely was an evening worth. Hangerman has Wapple control... Oh my god! Wapple controlling Tony was just... Like, Wapple did it, and he didn't even, like, react to this, right? Like, he used his hair to paint with. But I think because they didn't put the thing on his bicep like they should have. Oh, my lord. And then they did it properly for Tony, or Hanger Bay Hobbies. And, oh, my lord. It was the funniest. He was brutal. Yeah, Nerdy has Brush. Agros Panda was recording them. Yeah, Agros Panda had... Did she ever post them? She had a bunch of them. And then I think she ran out of room on her phone. So, I think the fun part, though, when Wapple did it, he, like hardly reacted to it. Except for except for when he dumped the wash water, onto the floor, onto the hotel carpet. Shh, don't tell hotel. Or rather, the convention center carpet. Alright. I think my next project is I'm going to work on my never before seen. Oh my god, it's like already 3:42. I only have 20 minutes left to go in this stream. There was a lot to talk about and a lot to unpack, and I wanted to show all the cool stuff I brought home, and I wanted to do our normal thing. So, but I'm going to grab, and we're going to start. I'm going to start putting this together. Which means I need to get my tools, and I need to get, I need to get some glue. I think I still have glue left, too. Well, Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue should really sponsor me. I mean, God knows I do bring it to all my events and I do everything with it. I would say this. Adepticon was absolutely amazing. Every mini painter at some point should go to it. It was just too good, and just as I said, so much stuff to buy. Totally worth it. And said a lot, about at least 100 of what I bought was all stuff I needed. Alright, so I gotta switch glasses because I can't not see with these glasses on. I had a wonderful time, and seeing and meeting so many cool people just made it worth it. I don't think there are actually directions on this. I don't think there needs to be. But there's more than one head. Oh, he's got one with an eye patch. So if I recall, usually you start with, I've now built enough of these that I have a pretty good idea. But I said there was more I wanted. I wanted to seriously buy, like there was a couple of busts I really liked. There were other paints I wanted. There were other minis I wanted. Thanks to Do Cool, I was able to get the convention exclusive for the for Steamforge for War Machine. So if I recall, usually you put the body together first. I'm gonna just sort of take off the little extra bits. I cannot believe I spoke for that long. I think I'm gonna dry fit this first. It's funny because there's a bunch of holes in this, and I'm not sure what they're all for. There's only one pokey thing. I'm just gonna cut these out. Maybe I don't put them together first. Oh, I see. I think this goes in. It's like, usually there's always something to point for these, so... Okay, I am on the right thing. I would imagine this might be the first one. I don't think I have directions for these. What did I just do with the box? Wait, or is there directions for these? Nope. That's Najal. What did I do with the box? Oh, it's underneath. I did not get a friggin' ball. I didn't even think about it. And I hung out at that booth way more than I should have. Alright, yeah, there's no directions. No, I didn't. And I should have. You know what? Dolly will be back at a con that they'll be at, and they'll probably have Wizard Butt again. Okay, I think I get how this goes. I mean, by all rights, I could stream until 6:30 tonight, but I'm not going to. I have to leave a little after that to get to church. I don't have to be there until 7:30, so... Is it interesting, the way this is built? These are probably pushed to fit. I probably didn't even need to glue it. Might need to actually take and sand these. Alright, so these are probably pushed to fit. Maybe this is the direction they're going to go with all this stuff, is pushed to fit. Come on. Because they got to shove in. Wow, I'll tell you right now, the amount of friggin' jokes we could make. I'm putting pegs in the holes. It's not in there. This is why I like to actually glue. Hey, what's I tell you straight, I'm never going to paint off-white over black prime. Once in Fantasy Wars of Chaos years ago, and some dude primed in Chaos Black, and I tried to get the capes off-white, light gray, like the box out of black prime, and no sir. I mean, I'd say don't do white. Well, go with a Start with a gray. Start with a light gray. Find something with some opacity to it. And then do a bunch of coats. It's going to be one of those things I think you just need a lot of coats to do it. But I understand what you're saying. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put a tiny little bit of glue. Like, I've almost got it. Oh, come on. It's really stuck now. Oh, I can do this. I'm putting a little glue right in the area. Well, black is good if you want to hide your mistakes. I prefer to do white because the color stays more vivid. Look, actually, I'm going to use the pokey tool. Oh, it's not too bad. It's actually not really clogged. There is glue still left in this bottle. There's not a lot of glue left in this bottle. I said, poking tools are very good for other things other than poking paint bottles, including moving glue around. I'm going to use this because I'll just throw it away when I'm done. And it should hold it in place. And it's stabbing someone in the eye. Well, I would never do that. I mean, the people I would probably like to stab in the eye. Let's see who's on. I met Ghoul Studio too, actually. And they're on right now. I said I met it's not Walter. I believe his name is Evan. I met Evan from Walter's workshop. It was just an absolutely amazing experience, and 10 out of 10 would do it again. I'd like to do it next year, but we'll see. It's either I go back to ReaperCon next year, but I don't think I can because I'm going to go to Disney World next year, and that's going to be too close to ReaperCon, so... I think one of the other things too about the Golden Demons is I think one of the things you want to look for in a mini is, I swear to God, a lot of them are somewhat more simpler minis. Alright, let's see if I can push this on. I think this is the next step. Mr. Pokey Tool, where did you go? You can also use, in pinch you can use an X-Acto knife, but I mean, make sure you clean it off. I may have to actually go and fill that crack in a little bit. I can't believe they gave away like brand new minis. And you see, he's shooty and he's choppy. There's not a lot of pieces in this either. That's kind of nice. So I'll get it done. And then we'll go raid somebody, because I think I've completed all my post-Adepticon business. I hope people enjoyed the stream. It's not like the usual one where I spent most of my time painting. I was just, in terms of this week, alright, so basically, wrong spot. Basically, I was exhausted this week. I had coworkers that dropped the ball at work, so I was way behind. Of course, I have to make up for the fact that coworkers dropped the ball. I had a plan for when I was going to be away. I told one of my other coworkers, who is also in charge, said, please go and pick up the jobs that my employee, my designer, does. Check them, because I can't just have him put them out. He makes too many mistakes. And give it back to him for him to email upstairs. Well, the jobs got done, but none of that got done. So when I got back home, there was 3 days worth of work sitting on my desk. Actually, probably 4 days worth of work sitting on my desk. And I'm like, are you friggin' kidding me? Sorry. Well, I guess I know not to trust you again. So I basically got back. I drove, like we drove Sunday night into Monday. I didn't get home until 11:40 in the morning, Eastern time on Monday. I drove from midnight to 5. It's okay. Not a bad deal. I don't mind doing that. I'm a night person. Where does this go anyways? Oh, it goes right... Okay, I see. It goes right here. Alright, come on, get in there. This is not going together. Basically, I have a problem getting the top one in. Alright, the top one's not going in. So maybe a little bigger so it'll get in. I'm gonna try to make it bigger. I wonder if people have trouble with this. Or is it just me? But I get it better. Okay, so now... No glue my ass. Whoever said you don't need glue for these, really, they should just be shot. Because you do need glue. Not if I want a gap like that. I probably still need to fill it. I may still need to fill it and not... I don't know if this will actually hold. Because they're just too far away. Come on. Get together. Ow! It's a lot of... Stabbing someone in the eye. Why would you... I mean, I know it's you, Smart Goblin. You probably would stab somebody in the eye. Then I get to pick a head. I'm gonna definitely pick Eye Patch Guy. I'm looking at the base, and it looks like there's like a shark's tooth on there. It's got that shape. No, I'm not really surprised. You probably stabbed my bard in the eye. It's just the amount she annoyed you. It was a delight. Oh, god damn it. This is just not gonna... I know it's not gonna stay. This is not staying. So I'm probably gonna have to take some green stuff and fill that gap. Now we'll see. It seems like this is a lot of pressure. I make a poke tool to stab people in the eyes. You would. This is actually a really nice little miniature. Like, the sculpt is really cool. It's not gonna stay. Alright, I'm going to green stuff this thing. And green stuff this gap, because it's not coming together. Yeah, don't tell me how... Don't tell me. How these just pop together. So if you want it to look good. So how were people? So anybody who went to Adepticon, tell me your story. Do you have any? Is anybody still left who went to Adepticon that's hanging out? Name something fun that you did. And what's the next event? My next event is Rising Phoenix, where I'll see Smart Goblin, actually. And I need to change my Streamlabs announcement. Because it's no longer that many. I just had FOMO the entire time. Yeah, I know. It's save up your money and go. It's not a cheap proposition. I mean, other cons are worse. I've actually spent more to get into other cons and events than this. But no, it was really good. It was well worth attending. I had an absolute blast. It's also meeting all the people, just meeting everybody. Yep, and I will bring Wizard Bud paint to paint the on-site contest. Oh, that's right. Wait, that's right. We're doing an on-site, like, if you paint a mini at the thing. Did they announce it? I guess they announced it. I like doing like a little competition that's actually Huzzah is gonna do that this year. All right. It's also the day before the Easter, so I hope whoever celebrates Easter has a happy Easter. I hope I'm doing this right. It's almost like I need a tiny bit more. But I don't want to put a tiny bit more because of like... So you actually have a bottle of Wizard's... Oh, did you order one? Because they actually sold it online. I know they were selling it. You know what's nice about having a job again, other than having a job again? The fact that now you can spend money on miniature stuff. I'm really happy you got a job. Oops. All right. That's pretty good there. Now let's see what else. So it's like there's gaps and stuff in this. Although I think like something like this, I might want just liquid green stuff. If it's still liquid. And even if it isn't, actually you can get it to come back. Oh, you got one at Gen Con? I should have you bring me one of those. Ooh, this is getting not so liquid. That's what happens with this stuff, but liquid green stuff is one of those things where you can actually reconstitute it. But I might be able to work with it. Try this, and I'm going to try to remove Okay. Clean out the stuff that's away from the spot. I always get it when it's dry too. Well, as I said, I have a lot more than one. Adepticon would be 9 if you count the ones I attend, but when I tend to do my count, it's the ones I tend to staff at. I've already done 2. I think I've already just done 2. I've done Rising Phoenix. Sorry, I've done Captain Con and Total Con. Oh yeah, I think I might do Warhammer this month. I'm gonna bring my... I think I want to bring my Steam Forged one piece, because I really like that piece, and considering I almost spent a week on it, I was told, even though it was only the top 3 won, and the best in the world compete, so I knew I'd really have a chance. Actually filled in pretty good. Just need to smooth it out just a little bit more. That actually filled in really nicely. Okay. Let's pick the head. I gotta figure out when Warhammer was. Or is. So the brand new. Oh, what? Here's my knife. That little filth job ended up... I'm not sure what it's doing. Started receding from the edges. That has to ride up there like that. I guess I could. There's no pictures of this anywhere. Jeez, maybe it's... Let's see, I'm looking at this, and this rides through, so it sort of implies that it's... I just don't know if I really like it. Come on, get on there. Put a lot of it back in the bottle. Start scraping it off. I don't really necessarily want it on the arm. I like that better. Well, it's still sort of a ridge, but it also scrapes off pretty well if you like get on there where you don't want. Kind of like my liquid green stuff a little stiffer. That's actually... Oh no. Grab it. Hopefully there's still some water in this. It didn't all evaporate.
Boink.
Boink. Hey, painting on a hill, what's up? I'm on a little later than normal. I went out to lunch. And started late. This is one of the brand new Orc Boys. It's going to come out for 11th edition. Because I was at the promo. Or the preview, rather. And they gave these away. They also gave an Intercessor away, too. So I was like, I'm going to paint this. So right now I'm putting it together and I'm filling in some spots that are just not really thrilled with. It's the push to fit, but the fit sometimes is rather questionable. Let's look at, like, trying to resist looking this. I have water here. It was an amazing video. I'm wearing the shirt. I'm wearing my shirt from the preview. Yeah, it says Armageddon. It says there is only WOG or something like that. I, of course, went teamwork. So I have some liquid green stuff that is kind of subtle liquid still. To do a little gap filling. Also some actual green stuff. I filled this gap here. I heard a ding. Oh, thanks for, oh, who's that? Fitzy girl. Hello. Welcome to the tavern. Thanks for following. So I saw you when I was on the paint pass, didn't I? Painting by the Hill. You know, we're talking about, look, here's the wood. Here's the wood I got from Hangar Bay Hobbies. Look, right here. I got the wood. That might have been the funniest friggin' thing. Tony's a whore for giving his wood to everyone. Well, like selling his wood to everyone. So, I was trying to figure out what I want to do because one of the things, it feels so good in my hand. Like, it's ebony too. I still have the blue tack. I mean, you had put my minis on there. It's so friggin' nice. These are great little plinths. They were $50 a piece, and he gave me a price break. so he gave me a sale on his wood. Oh, I just realized there's actually numbers. There's no instructions on these, but there's actually numbers like there's instructions on these. I figured it out. Now I'm gonna paint this. Because why not? I was actually originally gonna start doing Oops All Pirates. And I still kind of want to do that. But I was thinking it might not work for me to have a theme for a year because I have too much other... I'll do pirates when I have time to do pirates. So it goes like... This is the push. Supposedly this is push to fit. but it's leaving gaps. I got that in pretty good. I was still glad I entered the Golden Demon, even if I didn't win a pin, and that's okay. Means I just get to get good. No, it's not. I actually, I had a coworker. It was my supervisor, actually, back before the supervisor I took over for was working. No, and he would do wood turning too. So, if he was still, excuse me, if he was still there, I probably would have gone to him and said, "Hey, can you make me a bunch of plinths? Here's the sizes that I want." So I've got the orc head with the eye patch. Very nice. So I said the box came with 2. We also did a whole thing where I actually unboxed all the stuff I bought. I bought way too much stuff at Adepticon. I mean, I had the money to do it, but it was more than what I spent. I think I we'd estimate about $750, and that's more than I've ever spent on anything in my life. So there's also an intercessor one. You get the helmet or a head. Paint it whatever chapter you want. They're very generic. It came in a very generic box. Well, on the back says Departamento Munitorum Rations, and it says the Emperor provides. Friggin' cool. It's got the website. Doesn't actually say what's in here though. I'm so friggin' happy I went to Adepticon, and getting this was one reason why. I spent $750 at Adepticon. And I got stuff that I didn't even like. That's not even like all the stuff I bought. That's just the stuff I bought. There's other stuff I got that people gave me and whatnot too. It was absolutely bonkers. I've never wanted so much stuff in my life. Alright, did I have a cap for this? I don't think so. I used to have a thing for my knife, but I don't seem to anymore. Pride Driffy's coming out with another set, by the way, and it's gonna have some neat new tools and everything else. So I'm debating when I want to get myself one. I bought a new brush. I bought a few new brushes. I got a rosemary, and it says Michigan Taste Soldier, but it's a rosemary company, and I got Artist Opus, and I got an Artist Opus dry brush. And I got caps that won't stay on the friggin' brushes. I have one for the rosemary one too when it's missing. I mean, I have a brush thing to hold them in. I also got a nifty new holder. And apparently I'm throwing things off of it. Where the hell did that go? Oh, there it is. It's got magnets on. There's a way to actually stick this to your... There's a way to stick this to your table, I'm sure. I said, I just haven't figured out how it actually works. But it's got 2 mini holders. This one you put the cork in. Oh, okay, I see. So that's the same polarity. It's neat and it's purple, which is why I bought it. It's got purple in it. So I could use it on the stream because I love purple. I think that's why he got me, why Nudie Tokyo bought this for me. It's a bird in a cloak. It's from Japan. I'm sure there's some purpose to it. It's cool. I like it. I'm going to put it somewhere on my desk. Or maybe I'll bring it to work. It's cool. And it comes off, too. The hood comes off so you can have the cloak without a hood. And the whole thing comes off so you can have a bird with no cloak on it. Oh, I also got a couple coins from... Oh, I'll show you my special thing. The most special thing I bought was actually one of James Wapple's pieces. I bought one of his gummy bear, like the Lord of the Rings gummy bears. So I got Arwen. I was originally looking at... what's his name? Wow! I remembered at the beginning of the stream. Aragorn. King Aragorn, too. If I had the money, I would have bought them as a set. Wapple's work is just so stellar. And he created these. Like, and he only charged $60 for this. She's absolutely beautiful. She'll go right next to the one he gifted me a couple of years ago. Absolutely stellar. He is such an amazing painter. As I said, there was so much, like even Quantum Minis was there, and I would have bought more cats. I would have bought, I said there were busts I wanted. There was a mini transporter I really liked. I would have bought probably more brushes from Artisto. Well, maybe not, but I would have probably bought more brushes. I was looking for a Vortex mixer and said, yeah, screw it. I've already spent too much money. Lotus K! What's up? Lotus K, you need to go to Adepticon someday. It was, oh my god, it was the most amazing experience ever. Like, it was so good. I met so many other streamers like that I come across on here. Oh my god, it's the greatest friggin' thing. So the mini I decided to work on. This orky, this little orc boy, is very special. I went to the Warhammer preview. I'm wearing my Adepticon sweatshirt. Okay, I did not get this. This actually was like $60, which I thought was pretty good. But I also got this really neat shirt from Warhammer. It says Armageddon on it. It was to announce 11th edition. And on the back said there is only Wog. It is an orc. It was Team Orc, of course. And then they had red ones to say there is only war for the Imperium. Like technically wise, probably. They really nailed it at the end. No, they had all sorts of trouble with that. The reason why they killed it, the first technical difficulty, they always have a problem doing live streams. But it was still so much fun, and the stuff they previewed was, I think, amazing. I wanted all, maybe not all, but I want a lot of it. But yeah, no, they had technical difficulties. They actually had it ready, a screen that said technical difficulties ready. Because it's like they knew. They knew this was going to happen. The first thing that happened was that there was no sound coming from the front. Maybe you guys could have heard them, but we couldn't hear anything. So they basically handed Adam a mic. I got to meet. Oh yeah, but the problem was not online. It was in the place. Like I said, there was no sound coming from them at all, from Adam and Eddie. And then So of course we're all yelling, like people are yelling, "Can't hear you." Unfortunately, Warhammer focuses on minis. They don't focus on their tech. But it was such a good time. I mean, so they gave us free minis. They gave us the shirts, which is awesome. Forever have this awesome souvenir of being there. And the only people who have them, well, actually, that's not true. They had extra, and when I was at the Warhammer store, I basically snagged one of the extras for Gamer DJ. So he has an Imperial one. It makes sense. He likes the Space Marines and such. So he tends to play them, so it makes sense for him, and I play work. So the rules changes, I think I like a lot of what I heard for rules changes. It still doesn't, though, solve the problem of the lack of back and forth that I kind of miss. But I do definitely like some of the rules. I like the fact that they're getting rid of objective markers and they're going to straight terrain. You can't hoard your command points anymore. You can have only one, whatever it's called. You can have only one command point thingy. I'm very bad at names, by the way. So you can only have one command point expenditure per round. However, one of the command point expenditures, I do believe, is orcs can get another log. That's not right. It's 4 points, but they can get another log. That's not broken at all. We'll see if they change that rule. 70 new detachments, but your codexes for all your existing stuff are still good, and that is. I think that's friggin' amazing that they're not going to make you buy a new codex. No, I'm not going to do ReaperCon this year because, I mean, I could. I thought about it. I just don't think it's in the cards. I might go back to Adepticon next year, too, because I can't really. I'll have to take a look. I have not got a room. I could check in with and see if they want me to teach, because that's the only way I'll do it. I need to save money because hubby and I are going to Disney World next year. So a year from Thanksgiving, I gotta start probably planning the trip and actually paying for it. That's why. I was gonna go to Nova, but all my Nova friends are no longer at Nova. And that's why I kind of don't really want to go. Plus, some of the... I definitely got an indication it's more than just the highly publicized issues. There are other issues going on too that caused him to quit. It was not just the whole thing with that one miniature and the censorship thing. But so there's more to it than that, and so that's why they all stepped down. They are not coming back. You're gonna go to ReaperCon? I said I just don't know, because I said I'm gonna go to Disney World in a year and need to save money for it. I would love to, but I need vacation time and money. And well, I think I could probably. I'd have to look and see what my vacation time would be like by September. I mean, it's very possible I have enough, but it's the money. I have to. Getting a hotel room, that's why I'm tempted to go to Ron. I got to talk to Ron anyways. I owe them a mini. And so I'm tempted to talk to Ron, but I need to figure out 4 classes. Yeah, Disney trumps Reaper. That's it, and it's for my husband. I mean, he lets me do all the stuff. I have got to do something like that for him. It's our 30th wedding anniversary next year. That's why we're doing it. We're going to probably go build lightsabers. Yeah, the problem is next year it's too close to that trip. I'm not going to be able to do ReaperCon and Disney. There's just no way. Because I'm doing Disney after Thanksgiving, and it's too close together to do both. That's why I thought, though, maybe I could go back to Adepticon. I don't know. Maybe. I've got friends that are going to Adepticon next year that I really would like to go with. So, I said, said ReaperCon is too close. It's just too close in time. I could do ReaperCon this year. I said I'm still considering ReaperCon this year. But if I do ReaperCon this year, I probably can't do Adepticon next year. I think it's going to be one or the other. I don't... But then again, I managed to get it all in this year and last year. Well, oh no. Lotus Cave, plenty of people going. And there will be plenty of streamers going. Don't you worry. You will find plenty of people to go. Say hi to Rhonda Bender for me, huh? Say hi to Ann Forrester. And David Diamondstone and all these incredible painters. I just saw Ann and David at Adepticon. I did not see Rhonda Bender. I saw Reaper John. I saw Brother Dave and his wife who doesn't usually go to ReaperCon. So I met his wife. She was really cool. Lion Creative went last year. I think he probably is one that goes every year. I'm trying to think who else goes like every year. I know Big James Slade Gaming was going, but I don't know if he's going to go this year or not. I don't think Rathmore goes. Monster Den. Monster Den was here. I don't know if he's still lurking about and could say whether or not he's going to go to ReaperCon. He might. He went last year. Sadly, Black Skull passed away, so... And that's where I met him, was at ReaperCon last year. I'm trying to think of what else. Who else is gonna... Painty Paint, I think... Painty Paint Paints might, I would think, because he went last year. So I would think he might go back. Michael Paints Minis, of course, he works for Reaper, so he will be there. The entire Reaper staff. P3, oh, Paint, yeah, okay, that makes sense, yeah. He went last year. We hung out quite a bit. He was just really cool. I really enjoyed hanging out with him. I'm trying to think of who else. There's so many. I have to go walk the dot and hide the Yogi terms. I mean, I'm gonna pop off stream soon. I appreciate all the people who are hanging out, though. I mean, I'm done working for right now. We're gonna probably go raid. I met Ghoul Studio actually at. Maybe we'll raid. Ghoul Studio's got a lot of people though. What's he working on, anyways? He's working on minis. Let's see how long he's been on. Oh, I met a lot of people. He's been on almost 3 hours. No. Is Ghoul gonna keep going? He's been on almost 3 hours. Sorry, Gel Tip, I'm busy. It's Easter weekend. I have church tonight. I've got family crap tomorrow. I gotta go hunt Easter eggs and Easter candy and come back with way too much candy, which we'll throw away. Probably goes for a long time. Oh, he goes for... Alright, I can do that then. Hobby pooper. I mean, at least I know where your house is now. I can always find it. But sadly, I've got to go to church tonight and sing in the choir for the vigil. And then tomorrow said I have family stuff. I think you can organize it just fine. As long as you get off your ass and do it. I gotta organize my room. I mean, we all love it when people raid. So I would say yes. I would hope so. I don't know. Would you trust me to come and, Would you trust me to come and, clean out your thing? You might be missing some stuff. Right, I got another freaking cool die to throw in my wall of dice. I also have the pink ones, too. Well, that's true. Maybe that's true. Oh, it's everything. Quarter up. Do I want to go to 5? I'm probably going to read it. Is there anything else you all want to talk about? I don't know, Jeltip. That's an excellent point. I could probably steal stuff and you never know it. You know, I really should do some... I did. Let's do some... I didn't do shoutouts. Let's shout out at... Well, let's start with Jeltip. Jeltip is a streamer. Let's see. I don't know. Painting by the Hill, you lurk on everyone's streams. I forget if you stream or not. Or I'll shout you out anyways. Painting by the Hill. I'm going to shout out because he was here earlier. Painterly Git. Just love this guy. Oh, come on. There we go. Well, you know, it's fun to stream. You'll get more painting done. Trying to think. I had Monster Den Mini. I did this early, but sure, why not? Monster Den Minis popped on here. I'm trying to think who else. This big hairy GM. That's the only people I got that show up. Shout yourselves out! Oh, Lotus K. Duh. I don't think I need help, Lotus K, though. She does very well on her own. Alright. I can't think of anyone else offhand, and I'm probably missing somebody. Because I've had a bunch of streamers drop in and say hi. There we go. Oh, God. Sorry. I don't mean to yawn. It's been a week. All right, so we basically drove from Massachusetts to Milwaukee. It was probably about 18 hours, including stops. We had one, like, decent meal each direction. Like, when we headed out there, we had breakfast. We headed back, we had dinner. Right after we left Chicago. Like, we got through Chicago and then we stopped for dinner. Oh, the food in Milwaukee was really good. There were plenty of places around the convention center that you could buy food, and it was just really good. Cheese curds everywhere. Not quite. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So basically, we left... time. We left like about what 5:30. So we left around 6:30. I think we left around 6:30 to head out there, and we got in I think 11:30. Yeah, I had made sure I sampled a cheese curd. And then on the way home we left at about 3 o'clock, which was a little later than we wanted to go. We left around 3, and then we got back here at 11:40 a.m. on Monday Eastern. That includes the time shift. I drove from midnight till 5 on the way home, and I think I drove from like midnight till 4. No, I drove from 3 to 7 a.m. on the way out. I did better on the way down because I think I started earlier. And I quit. Only reason why I quit 5 is like I have to get sleep before I go to work. So basically, I came at 11:40, and no, 10:40. It was 10:40. That's right. Because I thought I had to leave around 11. It was 10:40. I left like at 11. I got to work by 11:45. And then I worked for 5.5 hours. And then I worked a ton of hours after that because we were way behind. We're now more or less caught up, so that's a good thing. But I'm still tired, I think, from this week. It was a long week. But I want the overtime so I can do shit like go to Adepticon. So, but it was a really fun journey. I had a great time with the guys. I'm kind of jealous of Nightwish because he went right from Adepticon. He was home for a day and went to Disney World. Jerk. It was wonderful. All right, I guess I'll go raid into Ghoul Studios. I mean, we have somebody here advocating for it, so I'm gonna raid. It's close enough to 5. I got one of his stickers. I got stickers from everybody. Adepticon is a sticker swap. Don't let anybody else fool you. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. It was a very miniatures light day, but I had a blast actually talking about the Adepticon and showing all the stuff I got and doing a little show and tell of people on the Discord. I'll be back on Monday to actually start painting this bad boy at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. And I'm here on Wednesdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, depending on convention schedules and whatnot. And I think tomorrow night... No, tomorrow night's Easter. Oh, shoot, tomorrow night. I think I'm on Murder Hobo Inc. I forgot. It's Easter and I'm going to be out. We'll have to just make sure we go home in time. Alright, so until next time. And oh, by the way, Murder Hobo Inc. is on YouTube under M Hobo Inc. Or just look up Murder Hobo Inc. And that's at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on Easter Sunday. I just have totally blanked on that. We're playing the Corsairs of the Azure Atoll, which is a D&D with homebrew rules. Alright, so until next time, I pass across on the Painted Hero Tavern. I hope life is wonderful for you all, and happy painting.
Okay. Boop. Ow, we got raided. Use his touch. Zug zug. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Negative. This guy just does like everything. Hell yeah. Very nice. Welcome on in, Use his touch. How you doing? It was good to meet you in person at the Adepticon. Let's snooze you guys for just about a 5 minutes. Welcome on in, Raiders, if you haven't been here before. Hello, hi, I am the Ghoul, and I paint minis. Today I'm painting this lady. I was just going to say the same thing. It was great to meet you. Yeah, absolutely. So, the last hour, we've been focusing on this little bit of non-metallic metal, getting a little light reflection and fire in there with the